Okay, welcome everybody, or you, Kyle Boyer. This is the paper airplane tutorial for the S-92 Flatwing. This is a 2-in-1 plane, so when you come to a point, you can choose if you want to fold a jet, which looks amazing. It has air intakes, a locking mechanism. I love it. Or you can choose a classic airplane that flies amazing. So the first thing you're going to begin with is fold this edge to this edge. Fold it in half. Accuracy is important on this and every other step, so try to be accurate. Now you're going to do the water bomb base. I know you know what the water bomb base is, but when you're going to open it, and when you fold this edge to this edge, you want to leave maybe around 1.5 centimeter gap between this edge and this edge. Like that. And when you open it and fold the other side, you want to make sure that this diagonal crease lands on this diagonal crease, the one you just made, and that this horizontal crease, let me show you. You're gonna bring this on the line to that diagonal crease, this diagonal crease. And when you see that this horizontal crease and this diagonal crease intersects, you want to fold it from that point and fold it and crease. Then you want to open it, flip it over, and fold it right through that intersection between the vertical and the two diagonal lines. When you see the intersection between the two diagonal lines down here, that means that you should crease. And make sure that the edges line up. Then you want to open it, flip it over, and tap on that intersection between all the creases. You want to bring it down like that and bring this down like that. Now you have done the water bomb base with a space between this and this point. Now you want to fold this top edge, this edge, to the center crease, only that top flap. Do the same thing on the other side. Like that. Take this flap and flip it to the other side and fold this edge into the center. Now you can close this flap over it and do the same thing on the other side. Take this flap over and fold this into the center. Make sure to crease all the way. Take this flap over again. Now this step I think is the most creative I've come up with. You want to open this flap And you see this pocket, this big, very big pocket. When you open this, then you can push on the spine here and close the pocket in the same shape, but with another flap. And flip that flap over. Do the same thing on the other side. You want to open this, open that pocket, that very big pocket. Push on this spine and bring it over like that, and flip the flap over. You want to do a petal fold. I know you know what a petal fold is, but I'm going to go through it. Fold this, only the top, not this. This over into the center, like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Like that. Then you want to open those. Open this pocket and reverse those creases. Like that. And then you want to bring these over like that. And crease. And then you want to fold this petal fold flap down to make a crease there. And you want to reverse this petal fold flap inside this part. So you want to open that up, open these creases up, and open those two layers. Almost all the layers, like that. Then you want to reverse that petal fold flap crease into it, like that, and then close it up. You reverse it like on the Super Canard. Now, if you want to make the jet version, that comes after I've done the Flatwing version. This crease where you oh my god, what's the name? Petal fold flap crease, that where you just reversed it. You want to fold down on that, and then the tip of the plane is going to land on the petal fold, that intersection. Like that, and this is just to mark. Fold it nice and sharp. There's a lot of layers here. Open it, and then you want to open this first flap, and fold these wings outwards, like this, all the way to that point, and all the way to that back corner. You want to get this very perfect just to that corner. I didn't say a word. Right to that corner. Like that, right to the corner. Then you want to lay this flap over, open this flap, and do the same thing on the other side, right to that mark. And then right to that corner. Like that, and then you want to close this flap and close this flap. Now you're going to want to fold these flaps until you see there's a layer under here, this layer. You want to fold it so that the crease lands just on that, and lands just on that edge and the center crease. Do the same thing on the other side. And then you want to unfold one of those. Bring that flap, both of those flaps that you just unfolded, and reverse that crease right on top of that edge, like that. And then you want to do the same on the other side. Open it up, flip those two flaps over, and reverse this flap. And then flip those two flaps over, like that. Now you want to lock the layers together in a way. You're going to want to fold all the layers except the wing to back to this orientation. And you want to open this flap, wing flap thing, and tuck this layer flap, these two, under that wing flap on that wing crease, and then close that crease together. Close the wing together. Do the same thing on the other side. Open that, open this, close that, and close that. Now you want to fold it in half, away from yourself, like that, like that. Mine is not symmetrical at all. Let me just fix that. Like that. And then you want to fold your crease in a wing. You're going to have to, there is like a classic dart design inside of these wings. So you want to fold this classic dart wing down to this edge, like this. This is not very important to be right on that crease. Look, mine is not right to that flap. No, edge. Then you want to flip that over and do the same thing on the other side. And fold the wing to match. Just fold the wing to match. Like this. Sharpen all the creases. And then you only have the up elevator and the winglets left. To fold the winglets, you're going to take this edge, yeah, right to that classic dart edge. You want to land it right at that edge in that angle. Like that, right on that crease. Then you want to flip it over and fold the other side to match. And there you go. You have a finished S-92 Flatwing to this point right here, where you just finished your reversed petal fold. And then you don't want to fold it on that petal fold flap fold crease edge, or like that. You have an invisible triangle inside this pocket, and you want to fold it right at that point. And this tip of the plane is going to land right at the intersection of those two diagonal creases. There are two diagonal creases right here. You can probably not see them on camera, but you want to fold it right to those, and then you have a mark right on that invisible triangle. And then you want to fold your two flaps over, and then look for that mark. I can almost not see it. Here, fold it outwards to that point and right to the back point. The reason we took it a little bit higher is that the jet is going to have a little bit bigger wings than right to that point. Now you want to fold those flaps back out, those two flaps over, and do the same thing on the other side. Right to that point, and then right to the back corner. Like that. Now you want to fold this outwards, like that, back to the original shape. And then you want to do the same thing as on the Flatwing version. You want to fold these back like this, right across that layer, that edge right here, this edge. You want to fold it back just to that, so the crease lands on that edge, and this edge on the center crease. Do the same thing on the other side. And then open one of them, flip that flap over and reverse it. Oh god, like that. Reverse it. And then open it. Do the same thing on the other side. Open it. Flip it over. Reverse that crease or just to that edge, and then close it. Now you want to tuck these under this layer, this wing crease layer flap. Tuck it under, or you can fold this out, lay the flap under and fold this over it, back over, like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Open it, close it, and then close that. And then you want to fold on this edge, flap edge, right to the center to make a jet fold. You want to fold from this to this. So to do that, you can kind of pull it over and fold right to the center crease and down, like that. Open it, and then do the same thing on the other side. You can like kind of pull it just like that, crease all the way into the center, just into the center, not all the way. And then you can open it, flip it over, and see we have two diagonal creases right here. You can kind of push all this layer down, and then bring those two halves together like that to get a jet fold. And then you want to fold this wing over right across that edge, and then flip it over and fold the other side to match. Not over it, or yeah, over it, but try to match it pretty good. I did not match it pretty good, but you, Kyle, you will do it. And then you want to, you've done this locking mechanism in almost all your jet paper airplanes. You're going to take this fuselage and then fold it right across that edge and all the way inside on that crease. And to fold it all the way into like that, so it makes a triangle shape all the way to the back of the plane, and then crease, fold the wing over, the same thing on the other side, fold those over, and then you are almost done with the S-92 Flatwing. The only thing remaining is to take the air intakes. Those are just pockets you're going to open. If you flip the paper over, you see you have these flaps almost on the outside of the fuselage. If you count from the outside, there are 1, 2, 3 layers. There's one very fat layer, one a little bit thin layer, and just one thin layer, very thin layer. If you count from the outside, you want to do the 2 thinnest layers on the outside and the thickest layer on the inside. You want to stab your finger into that pocket, like that, so you have opened your pocket. Now you can do the same thing on the other side. Count 1 layer, 2 layers. Stab your finger into it, into both, and there you have the air intakes. When you're throwing it, you're not going to have the air intakes. You're going to smoosh them together and hold right on this fat, many layers here. You're going to hold here. So you're going to, if you're going to display it, then you can open those pockets like that. And there you have it. You have a finished S-92 Flatwing. Now you're going to have a little bit up elevator, and as you probably know, I know you know it, if it spins, if it rolls to the right, you know that. I don't know if it's right. I think you should bend that back, the right back up, or was it the left? You know that. You're going to know that. And there you go. You have a finished S-92 Flatwing. Now, if you have watched this whole video, which I hope, you have probably noticed that the email I have written in the submission to the contest is different from the YouTube channel. That is because Bo Skartveit, Bo Skartveit, is the son of Rolf Skartveit. So this is my father's channel, but this is the plane. And the way it got its S-92 name is because my dad is a retired helicopter pilot, and he flew a helicopter named S-92. And the flat wing was just because this had very flat wings. And I hope really that I become one of the grand prize winners. I am 11 years old, and this is the first plane 2-in-1 planes I have designed. I'm so proud of those. And if I win, I'm going to upgrade my Patreon page to the foldable fleet. That's what I'm going to do if I win. So, thank you so much for watching, Kyle, and see you later.